I Smell. What cologne were you wearing in the Chael Sonnen face-off? If you haven't seen that, Chael Sonnen, when I squared up with him, you've probably heard this story. We squared up, and I'm trying to be all mean, get in his face. And Chael just says, what cologne are you wearing? You smell amazing. And it's an old school one, a bit of a naff one. Fierce. Abercrombie and Fitch. I used to like that back in the day. It used to be good. I used to love a bit of Fierce from the old Abercrombie and Fitch.
All right.
It's been a long time coming. Fresh new tires, I'm still running. It's a few things I'm overcoming. But the check's still clear, still think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit up. Don't take this disrespect, I'm sitting here trying to redirect up. Think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit up. Don't take this disrespect, I'm still here in a trifecta. It's been a long time coming. Fresh new tires, I'm still running. It's a few things I'm overcoming. But the check's still clear, still think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit up. Don't take this disrespect, I'm sitting here trying to redirect up. Think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit up. Don't take this disrespect, I'm still here in a trifecta. Oh Lord, how can miss this? Oh Lord, I got issues. Oh Lord, on a mission. Oh Lord, hitting this one. Circles, 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 circles. Circles, circles, circles. Circles. She doing it right to keep me up. Stay the night, but it's never enough. While we ain't going in circles. Circles, 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 circles. Circles, 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 circles. Circles, 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 circles. Circles, 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 circles.
Evening, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? First things first, let me know if y'all can hear me. I was taking a look. It's been literally 4 months since I've streamed, and 9 people in the chat. Not too bad for a dead channel, effectively. So, and we'll get into all that here in a second as to why I haven't been uploading. Anybody that knows me knows I do tend to go on these hiatuses from time to time, touch grass and all that. What's good, AM? I'm just going to run through all this, and I'm going to, I'm somewhat of a selective introvert, so I'm going to put a little background music on. Otherwise, it's going to give me a bit of anxiety. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, y'all let me know if this elevator music is too loud. Hold on. I think right there is a little bit better. Loud and clear, Mikey with the devil goatee. Oh, so check this out, Boz. Before I went on stream, I was a pumpkin. For sure, man. My eyebrows were coming out. I hadn't shaved. I didn't have a haircut. It's been a busy day, but being busy is good. Again, I'm gonna run through all these chats. Again, we have AM in the house. We got Joel with the wrench and well deserved. What's good, Boz? Who else we got? I thought Bilbo was in here. Did I miss Bilbo's? I was about to say maybe I'm missing Bilbo. We got Dahlia or Karen. I don't know what she prefers to be called. And I think that's her first time here. So welcome over to this side. It's going to be kind of a quick stream, no longer than 2 hours. I had originally set it for 8:45, but I pushed it back to 6:45. My daughter has a dance thing, and so I'm going to be dipping at right around the 2 hour mark. So, but we'll get into some stuff, mostly a fragrance live stream today. As much as I'm tempted to get into the fodder, and some of y'all might see a little bit of fodder at the very, 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 very end of the stream. But yeah. What's good, Spence? I see Spence doing his thing. All right, and I think that's pretty much everybody. Then we got Kevin in the house. Kevin's always, hey, what's good, Logan? Hey, all right. So y'all, I play UFC 5 on PlayStation 5, and this dude knocked me out. But I was starching his ass right before he snuck one on me. But hey, man, I appreciate he reached out I reached out through PlayStation. I had sent him a DM. On the back of my fighter, it says YouTube iSMELL. So cheap promo. Don't say fodder. I'm allergic to the word. Nah, man, you love the fodder. You are like the, in the middle of all the fodder. But yeah, we're not going to get into too much fodder. So, all right. So let's kind of unpack this. Where the hell have I been? All right. So I work. I have a family, gym, a lot of obligations. So that is one of the main reasons. But the primary reason is because my MacBook Pro, where I do all of my editing, is 12 years old. It was a great laptop, 6 years ago. But at this point, it doesn't have any storage left. And the type of storage that it has, it's entitled Other. So I can't just remove it. I even brought it to Apple, and they're like, "What do you want me to do with this? You know what I mean? 10-year-old computer. Your computer is basically shit." I mean, it works for me. I use it for work, but it's not conducive for me to make content on it anymore. I'm in the process of getting a new laptop. I'm going to get a MacBook Air, the one with the M4 chip. They just released the M5 chip, which means that the M4 chip is now a bit more cost effective. Nonetheless, it's going to be about a $1,200, $1,300 purchase. So I do anticipate buying it here in the next few weeks. I mean, I have the money, but I'm incredibly frugal. So I'm going to be dipping into my Acorn and then just coming a little bit out of pocket. And then I have a coworker whose husband works at Apple, so I'll get that 20% discount. Yeah, man, I was going back and forth, and initially, because I have a MacBook Pro, and you would just think intuitively, yeah, the MacBook Pro is going to be better. I was reading the reviews and watching the reviews, and they said the MacBook Air doesn't have a fan, and I was like, man, I kind of want mine to have a fan. But then when I started thinking about it, all the guts, all the insides, besides the fan, are effectively the same. So at this point, it does make sense to just go ahead and get the MacBook Air. So that's going to be my next purchase. Spence, did you get the Air? Or did you get the Pro? I'd be curious to know. Watch me float off the dome. Hey, what's good, Daniel? What's good, Daniel? So yeah, it is good to see everybody. 13 people. All right, so I know nobody reads the description of the live stream itself, but for those of y'all that are unaware, I live in Texas, and that means we effectively just skip fall. It goes from, Satan's asshole straight to like Game of Thrones, winter is coming, White Walkers type shit. So it's either one or the other. And so for the most part, fall doesn't even really hit us. And as a matter of perspective, I was washing the car today with my shirt off, and I was still hot, and I didn't take a shower before I went to go get my hair cut. And so I say all that, that's just a long-winded way of saying that my scent of the day, I threw this on before I went to the barber, and that's going to be the trusted Bentley Silver Lake. And you see I have a healthy dent into this one. If you like Acqua di Gio Essenza, you will like this one, but it wouldn't be your first guess for a fall fragrance because, again, I am in Texas, y'all. Miss the old days chilling with you and Mac. Speaking of Mac, I got the mini. Yeah, so I was wondering where OG Russell Mack was, and I'm not real heavy on TikTok, but I went on to TikTok and I noticed that the reason actually I went on to TikTok is because the guy I ran it with on UFC, his channel name was said TikTok, and so that's how I ended up on TikTok. And I realized Russell Mack is posting a lot there and frequently. So I'm presuming he's kind of transitioned for the most part over to TikTok. Fancy equipment. No, my setup is pretty not fancy. Just a regular ring light. And then I have some lights in the back, turn the candles on, all that. It's great to see you go live. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. My scent of the night will be the first fragrance I'll talk about real quick. And big shout out to AM. I heard AM talking about this one. There's a guy called Nubs Fragrances. He's gone on record to say this is one of his favorite fragrances. For anybody who knows Rebel Fragrances, he was pretty high on this fragrance as well. So I'll show y'all here in just a second since I got the 49-inch display. So yeah, I'm going to be revamping my whole setup. Y'all, it's not going to make a difference or look any different to y'all. But for me, I'm going to get an L-shaped desk. I'm going to have 3 monitors. I'm going to use the Mac that I'm using right now for work. And then the other one's going to be basically Satan's asshole. Currently looking at getting a MacBook and retiring my HP laptop that can barely run on Netflix. So you know how it goes. The struggle is real. I literally only use this one or was using it for editing and for work, literally nothing else. And to be honest, even making videos was kind of a pain in the ass because my laptop would just die whenever it would start getting overloaded, with editing and Filmora. So best fougere fragrance for fall. Best fougere fragrance for fall. Well, I'm gonna be a bit biased, but I'm not super old, so I don't like the super old fragrances. A good fougere, in my opinion, best beginner fougere is gonna be Lalique Chrome EDP, in my opinion, but that's more like a spring fragrance. Creed's Bois de Portugal does that to an even better effect. I think Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, the OG, that's a modern fougere, in my opinion. Any lavender based fragrance, effectively, I think that's kind of what a fougere is. It's lavender with a bunch of herbs. So I will show you one that is good for fall. I didn't include it in my list, but it's one I'm very hype on. It's not necessarily a fougere, but it gives you that old money, great regal feeling. Give me 1 second. Y'all don't leave. All right, so this one's I'm really hype on right now. Serge Luton Ombre Sultan. I know it's not going to be a breaking the mold type fragrance for a lot of the more hardcore frag heads, but it's an absolutely beautiful amber, y'all. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful amber. As many of y'all know, I've been building up my amber collection, which I'm excited to go ahead and drop that video this fall. But that's something I would recommend. Gamer Lights. Yeah, so I guess you can call them Gamer Lights. They switch. And again, I don't mind breaking the fourth wall or fifth wall, whatever it's called. I can change, so. Yeah, so it is what it is. Love Nubs. Yeah, so Nubs is somebody that recommended this first fragrance that I'm going to be wearing for fall. And it's actually going to be my scent of the night. Shout out to Nubs. He does the coffee in the morning frag lives. Good guy. Yeah. He reached out to me. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I low-key like the fodder. I was around this bitch in right in lockdown when we all started gravitating to the internet because we were going out of our minds inside. And I know Dan, he doesn't agree with me on most things, which again, I could get into all that. But I tend to think 2021, 2022 was peak live streams because we all kind of, in a sense, know each other now. Whereas at that point, nobody kind of knew each other. We were all just kind of converging onto the internet. So yeah. Bouncy Delights. Bro, Boz is cheesing on this one. Yo, people keep saying, hey, Bilbo. Where the fuck is Bilbo? Unless that is Bilbo. If that is Bilbo, then what's good? Having to edit on my phone instead of my laptop. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I create my thumbnails on my phone, and that's about it. And I think I make pretty decent thumbnails. I mean, I would say the majority of thumbnails, at least on the fragrance side of thing, is absolute dog shit. Most of the thumbnails are trash. So I think in that regards, I do make pretty decent thumbnails, but I guess there's always room for improvement. This music makes me feel like I'm in a fancy hotel lobby. Well, you know, I just picked lo-fi, and I don't know why it's playing the same song over and over. That wasn't my intention, y'all. I do apologize. I actually meant to pick something that was gonna play something in kind of a loop with more than one song. So again, I'm a basic bitch. I'm shaking the rust off, y'all. 18 minutes, still haven't even talked about the first fragrance. For ambers. Dan loves me. Yeah, Dan loves me. Yeah, I wish I could say how I really felt about a lot of things in this community, but you know, it is what it is. Tis what it is, y'all. I got sex doxed on Oda Jerk. Were you making pornos, Boz? Like, what do you mean you got sex doxed? How does that even work? I read that first as sex dolls. Sex comment doxing. Oh, well, I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and Boz, you take them shots. I'll tell you that much, brother. You are doing good. Yeah, man. Life is good, man. I'm working my ass off. But I'm doing well. I just recently interviewed for a promotion. I'm going to be getting a raise this year. The insurance is good. I don't make any money off of YouTube. So y'all can anticipate sometimes me not uploading. And it doesn't break my heart at all, y'all. Life is meant to be lived. 15 people in the chat. We're about 20 minutes in. So I'll go ahead and talk about this first fragrance. Again, this is one that Nubs and AM recommended. So I had already picked it up by the time. As a Christian, how has your faith shaped your fragrance philosophy? I mean, that's a deep question, man. I am of the mind in terms of, I mean, people get offended over everything. You know what I mean? Whether you're, AOC on the left, or whether you're Nick Fuentes on the right, it's like everybody has like these super polarized opinions. Whether you put your faith in science, whether you put your faith in Jesus. I mean, to each their own. What somebody else eats doesn't make me shit. So I don't know if my faith has shaped my fragrance philosophy, although I will say that a lot of times fragrance is an addiction, and I can't imagine as any person, regardless of faith, that it should be an addiction. So I haven't bought too much, having stated that. So all the fragrances I talk about tonight, I'll be pretty well aware of what they smell like, because these are fragrances I actually wear, y'all. And the first one, I'll get to that right now. It's going to be Salvatore Ferragamo Spicy Leather. And there's not much of a dent in this one. Because I just got it about a month ago. Look at the atomizer, y'all. And this is going to be my scent of the night. Amazing fragrance, y'all. Amazing. So again, no hype. Like I said, it literally is just what I'm wearing. And this is one that I am gravitating towards, y'all. This one here is a spicy leather fragrance in every sense of the word. It's very, very good, y'all. So, okay. So so this one it's spicy, masculine, mature, modern, non-challenging, still just slightly animalic, does have a designer feel, but it smells of very good quality, y'all. So it's dry spices. Oh, you've smelt that, Spence? You smelt it? We're talking about spicy leather Ferragamo. All right, so this one, it's not rocket science, y'all. It's a spicy leather fragrance. It has black pepper and citrus. And so I'm going to lose a little bit of y'all when I say this, but the opening in terms of the citrus and the black pepper, it's going to remind you of Dior Sauvage just a little bit, but then it goes in its own direction. The leather accord, because they didn't actually grind up leather and put it in there. The leather accord, I'm assuming primarily comes from saffron. This is a very heavy saffron fragrance. It's going to kind of remind you a little bit of Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Parfum. Hand to God, bro. I was literally thinking about you in the shower like 2 days ago. No Diddy. That sounded fucking crazy. No, I was like, damn, I wonder what the fuck Brian's been doing. I know I saw that you, y'all can clip that if y'all want. It's all by design. Yeah. So I was like, damn, I saw him do one live and then he just dipped and didn't come back. I know you had said that, you like that? You like that? Yeah. So, hey man, like, fuck the haters, Brian. Just do you, bro. Just do you. Come back. You know what I mean? And, if you feel inclined to make content, make content. If you don't, hey, bro, I've been waiting to fucking get on Oda Jerks. What the fuck I got to do to get on Oda Jerks? Yeah, so let me pull up the notes on this spicy leather joint. And again, like I said, my laptop is old, y'all. So I don't know if I'm gonna share the screen. Maybe I will, but it's gonna start lagging. It's gonna start lagging 1000%. But I'll pull it up for y'all because I love y'all. Watch it. It's gonna start lagging. Yeah, so it's a leather, warm, spicy fragrance. Like I said, just slightly animalic. I don't get any patchouli or smoky nuances in it. Um, it's not overly complex, y'all. Antoine Messandu. It looks a little zesty in this picture. Nutmeg, yeah, so it's dry spice, y'all. You're gonna have to like dry spice. So it's the black pepper, the nutmeg, and the saffron, touches of the citrus. I don't pick up much clary sage. I think a lot of people are lying when they say they know exactly what some of these herbs smell like. But again, it's a dry fragrance. It's a dry, warm, spicy, masculine, just slightly sweet fragrance. It's not going to be for someone that's wearing Invictus all the time, that bubblegummy type shit. So it's very good. And again, I do think a lot of people compare it to Luna Rosa Ocean. You're going to pay about half the price. You're going to pay about half the price. Now, do I think that Luna Rosa Ocean Parfum is probably a better fragrance? Arguably, yeah, but it's also going to be a little bit more expensive. So the value is good. It is definitely a masculine fragrance. I don't think a woman can pull this off, not unless she's like, you know, like, I don't know, she puts, you know, a strap-on on. I mean, if you're a chick that's into pegging, then yeah, definitely check this one out. Moderate, yeah, it's not a beast. It's definitely not a beast. It's moderate, and it's a moderate projector. All in all, I think it's a very solid fragrance, y'all, and worth the money. Obviously, I put it on my skin today, so I think it's personally worth the money. Let's go back to the comments for a second. 14 people, and again, I don't have any intention of breaking any streaming records. I haven't made any videos. I haven't been live in like four months, so it is what it is, y'all. So yeah, I want to come back, but been way too busy. I get it, man. I get it with work and all. Not worried about the haters, just waiting for some time. That's fair. That's fair. They're lying because they can't read the actual ingredients. They're on the box. Limonene or whatever it's called. For someone building a small collection on a budget, your recommendation, and assuming that is actually you in the picture and not someone else, my advice is, if you're on a budget, man, then don't waste your money on a bunch of bullshit Middle Eastern fragrances. Like, don't do it. I mean, sure, there's some Middle Eastern fragrances that are solid. I have some as well, but it's kind of cringy when you see people in their whole entire collection is Middle Eastern dupes. So I would say go to Neiman, go to Macy's, go to Dillard's, and test some things, and don't buy anything until you find something that you absolutely love and that works for you, that fits your personality. That's gonna be my advice. I say, you know, save up, you know, the $400 and get Creed Aventus. I mean, that's gonna be a staple for a man that you could wear all year. This is the most alive dead channel. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, man. I lose literally zero sleep over anything on the internet. Yeah, man. I would recommend people, you know, not spend so much time on the internet, touch grass, and, you know, go to the gym. I know y'all can't see it because it's like cold, but you know, I still got guns. I still got guns. All right, so the second fragrance. This is one that I did feature on the channel. And again, the fragrances that I'm talking about, I've actually been wearing. This is one that I did a review on. If y'all haven't checked it out, please check it out. I was very happy with the way the video came out in terms of another masculine fragrance that is not gonna break the bank, that smells way above its price point, y'all. Way above its price point. If you're a fan of Terre de Hermes, or if you're a stupid Texan like me, you just say Terre de Hermes. If you're a fan of Creed Viking, then you're gonna really, really like this one. This one is a subsidiary or under the umbrella of Hugo Boss, and this is literally one of my favorite pickups from 2025, y'all. Literally, as the youngins would say, no cap. It's Baldessarini Ultimate. And I bought this and it was full. So in less than 6 months, I've knocked a little dent into it, y'all. Absolutely beautifully stunning fragrance. This is when people say niche level juice, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about fragrances like Baldessarini. What fragrance do I? Oh, it's called Eau de Shame. Eau de Shame. Oversprayer, you know what I mean? Just riddled with guilt and shame. What fragrance do you wear when you need to forgive yourself? That's a very specific. I mean, yeah, man. Sounds like you got something you need to get off your chest, man. I would be hard pressed to be able to answer that. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. You gotta just like, in general, man, like having guilt and shame a lot of times it makes you sick. I'm quite certain, like, it will actually make you sick. Which, speaking of which, if I'm gonna hype anything up, this is what I'm gonna hype up, y'all. I'm gonna hype up this compound that I've been taking that will turn your urine literally green, y'all. You know how like they used to, you know, when we were kids, we learned how to blend colors. So yellow and blue will make green. This is called methylene blue. Methylene blue, y'all. Google that. If y'all take anything out of this live stream tonight, Google that, methylene blue, and Google as to all the health benefits. They are very intensive. It enhances mitochondria efficiency, neuroprotective properties. It helps against Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, post-traumatic brain injury. So a lot of fighters take it. Improves memory, cognition. It reduces brain inflammation, and it has potential antidepressant effects. So yeah, man, if you are riddled with guilt and shame, then take you some methylene blue and soak up that morning sunlight. All right, y'all. So I haven't talked about what this one actually smells like, the notes on it. So what I like about this one is that it has that dirty orange that Terre Hermes has, that masculine orange, Old Spice kind of feeling that Creed Viking has. But in fact, I like this more than Creed Viking. In my review, I went to Neiman, I got a sample of the Creed Viking, and I actually like the opening of this one more. I will concede, I do like Terre de Hermes more because that's just a staple. I'm French, so, you know, that's just classic French perfumery right there, y'all. Again, I have a full review on that one. So for those of y'all that do actually watch fragrance content, I would recommend it. It is discontinued. It's discontinued, but you can still pick it up on Mercari. I spray on gravitas, pour home as penance for my guilt and shame. Gravitas. I've never smelled any of Daniel's fragrances. I just haven't. I haven't smelled any of his fragrances up to this point. Yes, my dad is, so I'm half Mexican and half French. My last name, which I will not be doxing myself, is in fact a French name because my dad is not on my birth certificate. So I took my mom's last name by proxy. All right. So we're going to go full screen if that's possible. I don't know how to do that because I'm a basic bitch. All right. Baldessarini Ultimate. It's an amber fragrance. So that's why I said it's got that Creed Viking opening, that Terre Hermes dirty orange opening. But then what's great about it is it develops, which all awesome fragrances develop, y'all. You see amber as the main accord. So I'm going to be really inclined to like it. It says floral, y'all, but don't be deceived. There is nothing feminine about this fragrance. This fragrance is unapologetically masculine, and in a day and age where that's kind of frowned upon, It feels good to wear something that kind of makes you feel like you spent your time collecting tools instead of perfume. 4.13 out of 5. A lot of people don't know about it, but it doesn't get much hate, y'all. His name is Gaza. All right, so pink pepper, mandarin orange, bergamot, magnolia, freesia, jasmine, and freesia kind of gives it like this freshness. So I will concede on that. Leather, olibanum, and amber. So you're gonna pick up a lot of pepper in this one, the orange, and then the olibanum. You get this smoky, resinous olibanum, this warm, ambery goodness. There's just something about amber that, for me, it feels. It feels. No taking shots now. Who's taking shots? This is Mike's stream. Yeah, respect the house rules. Again, I don't care. I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know. Listen, you're not gonna make me blush. So yeah, like I said, leather, pepper note, olibanum, very good fragrance. And I think they're probably even gonna say it reminds you of Creed, which is the case. I would be inclined to agree, but you know, for a quarter of the price, it's definitely one that I would recommend. And it's good. How do I add myself back? All right. So, and it's good because it works great for Texas, y'all. It works great for Texas. Yeah, I'm a smelly fan as well. I wouldn't say fan. I'm not a fan of any human. Like, you're not gonna see me waiting for a celebrity begging for a picture. And I don't think anybody that's here is like a fan of me. That's like pretty fucking narcissistic, y'all. So I don't know, but I'm different. I tend to go against the grain. If I see something that's popular and cool, I'm automatically kind of risk averse to it. So I'm a bit of a weirdo in that regards. Yeah, and Boz is cool, but you know, everybody's got their faults, y'all. Everybody, we're all human beings. You know what I mean? We're all human beings. Nothing. I'm only a fan of aliens and some animals. Bro, America would literally not have a housing industry if it was not for aliens. I'll tell you what. So I'm an appraiser for the county out here in Travis County in Austin, Texas, the state capital. And a big portion of my job is going on to these new construction sites and using this laptop and taking photos. And I tell you, they are looking at me. They're wondering, because I'm taking pictures. They're like, "Is this motherfucker ice?" And I'm not even lying. I've been at this gig for a few years now, and they seem a little bit more sketched out. I mean, not so much that it stops them from going to the gas station at 8 a.m. to buy Modelo. And I do tend to love animals a lot more than. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of the Palladians, you know, the ones from Antarctica. The Greys. Although I did watch Close Encounters of the, I think it's fourth kind the other day. I meant the Greys. All right, so yeah, definitely again, if you're just now getting here, Salvatore Ferragamo, and then we got Baldessari Ultimate, and you're gonna see this theme in terms of the color of the juice, which they do on purpose to kind of let you know and convey what the vibe is going to be. And I like the Baldessari Ultimate because it has the citrusy and the resinous tones. You get a bit of both worlds. All right, so something that a little bit different that y'all might not have heard of, and it's another one I did do a full review. And again, I haven't been buying too many fragrances. These are fragrances that I actually wear. Like I said, I'm not just showing fragrances for the hype. I wear my fragrances. So this one does have a dent in it. It's actually one of my favorite, regardless of price points, favorite vanillas, and I arguably like it more than Ani as well. Although Joya Min was kind of saying that this fragrance smelled like Ani, which I'm inclined to disagree off. Anything, this one smells more like St. Julie from, I think, Imaginary Authors. I think that's the house. But yeah, this one is Lolita Lempica Green Lover, y'all. If y'all are looking for, and this is for the females here as well, if y'all are looking for an amazing vanilla, y'all, amazing vanilla, when it's not when it's cold and drab and dark outside, but when there's a nice breeze, it's cool, crisp, but yet the sun is still out and you're gonna go out and about. This is definitely one right here, y'all. Lolita Lempica Green Lover. Look at that motherfucking dent. Look at that, y'all. And the presentation's pretty damn cool as well. The dent conveys, y'all. The dent conveys. I think the cap is pretty trash though, right? No, well, yeah, it's kind of trash. Yeah, the cap is kind of trash. And it won't go on this way, so you have to put it on that way. Beautiful fragrance, y'all. Absolutely stunning. Green Lover is nice. My bottle is half empty or full depending on how you set the glass. And this got me thinking. I'm not gonna get too much into the fodder, but I've caught some strays along the way because it's like, well, how come you talk to this person? Or how come you don't talk to this person? Or how come you say this and you don't say that? And it's like, bro, what are we 13, y'all? Like, what the hell are we talking about? I'm a grown ass man. Like, I do what I want. I mean, I have my limits. If people are going, you never go full retard. That's what they say, right? Great atomizer. Bro, this fragrance is so freaking good, y'all. So it has like this boozy accord, but not like whiskey. It's a gin, so it's a clear liquor note, and it thins out the vanilla. So you get the sweetness from the vanilla and some of the effects of how a vanilla fragrance would wear, but it's thinned out with that gin accord. And then they throw mint onto it, and mint is literally one of my favorite fragrances. Is it a rich vanilla? No, it's not rich. So it's not, I don't know. It's not like, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir, where it's just super densely vanilla, which I do enjoy that one, but no, it's not by any stretch. Green Lover. And again, it's not a green fragrance other than the mint. From my understanding from the, research, I guess you could call that I've done, Green Lover has more to do with green, like Green Lover, like lover of the earth, based upon the materials that they use to construct the bottle, which again is one of the more unique bottles in my opinion. It's an aromatic fragrance. Like I said, it's going to be mint, gin, vanilla. Let me show the notes again on this one. It's a nice, clean musk, not overly done. And juniper is one of those tricky notes. Sometimes I pick up juniper, other times I don't. I do like a solid juniper note. I think juniper is in Rojas Loam. I think it's also in the Summer Vibes fragrance from Dolce & Gabbana. Those are the two that just come to mind. But if I was a betting man in terms of once I hit show notes, I'm gonna say that the green mandarin is gonna pop up pretty quickly, and it's a nice mandarin note, very very well likable, easy type of note. My guess is gonna say green mandarin, then pepper, and then the vanilla, then the gin, then the mint. That would be my guess. Yeah, no. So gin is right up at the top. So again, it's boozy. It's a vanilla fragrance made thin with the boozy. It's a vanilla fragrance with the clear liquor, nice sharp tinge of mintiness. It's not toothpastey, which is nice, and then a musky, peppery note. Very solid fragrance, y'all. Very very solid fragrance. Only fragrance I've ever smelt from them. But yeah, it tends to get a lot of comparison to Ani, which again, I'm not convinced of. I have Ani. I think Ani is a bit more masculine, if that makes any sense, even though it's kind of marketed as a unisex fragrance. And I'm glad you think that it's not that similar. I presume you're speaking about Ani. In terms of fighting, so I like the idea of doing a live stream where I'm, talking about fragrances and fighting. A big shout out to Alan. But the only fight that I'm looking forward to is going to be the Islam Makhachev versus Jack De La Menta. Jack De La Menta, I think his name is. Islam's going up to 170 to fight him. So that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a very, very good one. That's what I'm looking for. I think boxing, for the most part, is kind of boring, y'all. When the heavyweights fight, that's when boxing is the most impressive. So, like the Tyson, the Wilder, what's it? Benavidez? Benavidez, he's a good boxer as well. Ortiz. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just watching UFC, y'all. I've been watching UFC since literally it was illegal in every state. I remember my dad ordering it on pay-per-view back in the Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, who I've met, days, the Tito Ortiz. Sometimes I think a vanilla frag just smells like pure vanilla extract and it makes me sick. Yeah, so again, a lot of the fragrances I'm going to show y'all, they're not super vanilla heavy fragrances. Vanilla is not by any stretch one of my favorite notes, but as it starts to transition in fall into the winter, it's during the winter that I wear some of the heavier stuff. But yeah, I like wearing something that you could wear in nice mild days, and that generally isn't vanilla. Although one of my coworkers, they were getting on to me. They were saying, damn, man, Mike, sometimes you come in, you smell way like too sweet. Like you need to tone it down. So, I mean, I'm already the cologne guy. So you don't want to be like choking people out in the elevator, y'all. All right. Go straight to the head. Nice orange as well. Oh, no. Don't say it's boring. Benavidez is exciting. I would agree. Benavidez is exciting, but when you watch him, he's like, fast and whatnot, but he maybe I'm tripping, but he doesn't look like he has a lot of like power behind the shots. But man, he's a very exciting fighter, and he's a fighter's fighter. Like you can tell those people that are athletes that are competing, and see it that way. And then you see the people that are actually, actual fighters. All right, so let's keep it moving. We're already at 47 minutes. And again, I appreciate everybody tapping in. I don't need a new laptop to live stream. So I have really no excuse other than being busy. But, I miss making content. And sometimes I tell myself like, bro, I don't love this as much as other people. Like, I don't feel that urge to just constantly buy stuff like other people. It's very rare that I'm like overly in love with anything. Like every single time I go out to Macy's, I'm like, man, my collection hits way better than anything that's up here right now. A lot of times it's the discontinued stuff that I really want. In terms of fragrances that are on my radar that I want, it's not too much, to be honest. It's honestly not that much, not too many fragrances. I'm just gonna take a look at my wish list real quick. Which I picked up Jubilation, which that was something that I had been wanting. I picked up Grand Soir, which is something that I've been wanting. Both of those are gonna make their way onto the channel. There was one that Rick talked about. You already have fragrances. Why not talk about those? Yeah, that's a fair play. There was one that I wanted to check out. It's that, and it's literally, and y'all don't judge me. Y'all don't judge me. I'm gonna show y'all my Fragrantica for the fragrances that I want to check out. Just so y'all know I'm not lying. So that all black Mercedes-Benz one, that's one that I've been wanting. I don't know why I chose that one. I guess I ended up getting the Salvatore instead. The butt plug fragrance, I didn't know which one I wanted. Funny story is I got Rochas Man was one of the first fragrances I ever bought when I started getting more into my journey. And I didn't like it. I thought it was too sweet and pretty synthetic, but it's probably because I didn't have any sort of palette in terms of fragrances that I actually wanted. So yeah, quite a bit here. I say out of everything on here, what I really want the most right now is going to be the Acqua di Gio Essenza. If I can yank a decently priced bottle of Acqua di Gio Essenza, then that's kind of what I'm gonna go. Yeah, the Plum Mercedes. Yeah, the all black bottle. That's the one that had the wine note, I believe. That's the one that I'm talking about. But we'll keep it moving, y'all, because we're already at 15 minutes, and I literally can't go longer than 2 hours. All right, so story here. George is a mensch. He's an absolute mensch. I'm gonna give me one second here. I'm just gonna leave the background how it is. We're still hitting the gym, y'all. Y'all can't tell because I'm wearing this thermal, but we're still hitting the gym, y'all. We're still hitting it. All right, so like I said, George Zaharoff, he's an absolute, he's a beauty, y'all. He's a beauty. So my wife, she purchased for, I don't remember what it was for. I think maybe our anniversary or something, but she always goes to my Fragrantica, and Tabac is something that I've wanted in my collection for a very long time. I was just running off of like a 15 ml decant, but I had officially ran out. I knew with fall coming, I wanted to get another bottle. So my wife, she hacked my Fragrantica, and then she bought me what she presumed to be Tabac. What came in was leather Tabac. She bought leather Tabac instead. And honestly, again, I'm not the biggest fan of leather, even though a couple of fragrances I've already showed y'all has leather in them. I like it when it's more of like a supporting note, not when it's in your face leather. So we reached out to George, and she said, "Oh man, my bad, I got him the wrong fragrance." And he said, "All right, well go ahead and I'll send you your stuff back, or you can send it back, and I'll send you Tabac." And so actually, we sent him the leather Tabac back, and then what we got back was in fact the big boy bottle. So just for a comparison, this is the big boy bottle. So not only did he send me the gigantic bottle of Tabac, he sent my wife a free bottle of the Signature by Zine. The Signature by Zine. We didn't ask for it at all. Not at all. He just gave it to us. He's a gem, y'all. And that's the kind of stuff that, say what you want. I can support that, is the reason whenever I do fragrance giveaways, I always I have postcards, and I'm not gonna walk away again, but I made postcards with my logo and says thank you, and I write a personalized note, and I say thank you, for supporting the channel, my dead channel. And I think that's something that separates me from other channels. It's feminine. Yeah, it's feminine. It definitely is feminine. It reminds me of, which one is it? I think, hold on. If I was to compare it to anything, it'd be this. I don't know the name of this one. La Vie est belle. That if I was to compare it to anything, it would be that. It is pretty feminine. I haven't smelt it in a while. I'll go ahead and spray it, but yeah, it's pretty floral, but I couldn't pull it off. It's pretty floral, y'all, but it's a sexy fragrance for a woman. I think it's pretty feminine. Tabac, on the other hand, this shit is right up my alley. When I don't remember who it was that I know, Spence. I know. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, but tobacco, man, it's grade A. Like, it's a 9 out of 10 out of everything I've ever smelled. Like, some fragrances, they just work for you. They just absolute work for you. And there was somebody asking, you know, what fragrance could he use as a signature? This is the type of fragrance. Every once in a while, you come across a fragrance that just fits your personality. It just feels like you. This is going to sound so ghetto. La Vie is Belle is a popular fragrance for women. Yeah, and most of the fragrances that my wife has, she's not an absolute complete weirdo like us, where we gather around on a Saturday night and you know talk about our perfume collection. My wife has a decent collection. Most of everything I've bought was for her. She has about 30 at this point, but she likes a lot of the stuff that you can get at Macy's. Yeah. Visine is actually better, y'all. It is, in my opinion. But back to tobacco. To me, this one kind of smells, and not sound like a weirdo. And I could be tripping. For those of y'all that have tobacco, y'all feel free to go over there and check it out. Maybe y'all don't have the base of knowledge to know what a cigarello smells like, but it smells like a cigarello, like those cigarellos that you would, tear open with your friend's dirty fingernail and, put a little bit of ganja in. That's literally what it smells like. In the best of ways, though, y'all. It smells so good. It's ambery. It is ambery, and it has, like most of George's fragrances, that nice base, that woody base. Again, I'm not claiming to be the most knowledgeable people. It has amber as one of the main accords, which I would agree. Tobacco, beautiful. It's kind of like a wet tobacco, not a dry tobacco. Honey, so it's boozy as well. So it's cognac, rum, anise, lavender, tobacco leaf, honey, agarwood. Does have some plum in it, but as many of y'all are aware, for those of y'all that do wear George's fragrances, he tends to have a lot of notes. And again, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, a lot of times I don't smell all of the notes, but there are certain notes that you see reoccur in George's or Claude Deer's constructions, and that's going to be the balsam fir, that's going to be incense, myrrh, agarwood. That tends to be something that you see repeated a lot. Sandalwood a lot of times in his fragrances. But you do pick up the booziness. I don't know. Cognac and rum, they're both brown liquors. It's a sweet, mildly boozy fragrance with a wet, sticky tobacco smell, which is the honey and tobacco leaf. Spicy. It is a little bit green. And then you have that resinous base that most of George's fragrances do have, that resinous, sticky base, which is that myrrh and amber, some sort of tonka bean that kind of gives it a little bit of staying power, which we'll get into a tonka fragrance here in a second. Okay, we're good on time. All right, so we've been going for 57 minutes. So yeah, y'all definitely recommend this one. 9 out of 10, y'all. 9 out of 10. French Defense for my birthday. So I did a live stream where I checked out a bunch of mind game stuff, and I get a bit pissed off when someone's charging like $450 for a fragrance, because I don't think Mind Games is worth $450, not by any stretch. But I think their fragrances are good. French Defense being one of them. I do like French Defense more than Double Attack. But I like the Blockade as well. I do like the Blockade, almost to the point where I'm considering I've been considering getting a bottle of Blockade, because I ran through a decant. It was about a 5 ml decant, and it wore very well. It smelled of very good quality. It's the type of, if you're going to spend $400 on a fragrance, I don't want it to be situational. I want to be able to wear it anytime that I want. And that kind of fits the mold. Tobacco is a pure tobacco scent. I agree, man. You gotta like tobacco. You gotta like tobacco, man. Which, I mean, tobacco is like one of those notes that it's gonna be perfect for fall weather. And this one doesn't wear too heavy either. It's not too sticky. I'm gonna throw one in the air, y'all. I will say I love George's fragrances. Atomizers aren't the best in the game though. I think he does his atomizers in a very specific way, if I recall, where so that the caps can click, and you hear that click. You'll never have to worry about the fragrance falling from the cap. So, and it's a big boy bottle, so definitely a great fall fragrance in my opinion. Again, this is stuff that I'm actually wearing, y'all. I'm gonna move in a different direction, talk about a discontinued fragrance. Spence said, glad I'm able to catch this live, Mikey. I'm at work, tuned in, still remember the first live. Amen. Yeah, man, we're still in this. And like, that's what I was saying, man. Like, some of us have been in this community now for a while. So you already know what you're going to expect when you watch Spence's live streams. A lot of y'all know what to expect when you see my live streams. Hey, what's good, bro? What is good? I appreciate you, spending time out of your Saturday to tap in. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I love that click as well. There is something about that click. So, I'll give up not having the best atomizer in the world for that. It's again, we're weirdos. So there is just something about that click that, is very satisfying. It's hard to explain. But all the influencers are telling me they're worth it. They're even giving out codes. I want to have my discount. I want to have my discount code, even if it makes me look like a chode. Yeah, I just have a decan of Fringe Defense, and I've only worn it once, so what better time than my birthday? Well, happy birthday, man. Also glad to see you back. Likewise, man. I really appreciate you spending time on your birthday, bro. Like, what are you doing hanging out over here, man? It's your birthday, bro. I hope it's, spent around, people you like and love. Hopefully you get some pussy on your birthday. All right. So this next one here, it's another one that I did a full review of, and I was a little bit harsh on it, and that's just strictly because I do believe the prices are a bit inflated. It's discontinued, and you used to be able to pick up a bottle of this for like $30 to $40. Touche. I remember you hanging out with us on your birthday. You even sang for us. Oh yeah, bro. I was loose off the goose, bro. I remember that. And my wife was upstairs and she was getting on, she's putting that, that slip and slide outfit on. So yeah, I remember doing that, singing on the stream. Hell yeah. Good shit. You know what I mean? Good shit. Sometimes like people have memories. I kind of forgot that I did that. Cool. Yeah. Oh, so back to the fragrance. So this is one I did a full review of. Shouts out to the slip and slide splash. Loose off the goose. Yeah. Loose off the goose, bro. I'm an absolute demon when I start drinking too much, man. A lot of people, they see me as like this, super conservative guy, but I used to be, kind of a douchebag, as I get older and you start having families and working, you don't have the energy for it anymore. Obviously I'm married now, so I'm a simp for my wife. It absolutely helps when your wife is incredibly hot, but yeah, no, we were great friends even before all that. So this one here, Boss Bottled EDP Intense. Listen, y'all. This one is good. It's a grower, not a shower. This one's good. I've been wearing it a lot, and I like it. I like it a lot. This was sent to me by a subscriber for free, so I literally didn't pay anything. So when I did the review, I didn't want to hype it because I don't want to tell people, oh man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And then people are overpaying for something and then they get it back and it's like, man, there's other stuff in the market that I could have paid, a quarter of the price for. But y'all, it's very good. This is a woody apple fragrance. I'm not inclined to say apple pie because that's what everybody's going to say. But it does have a spiced apple accord. Very woody. There's like, the note breakdown has like 6 different types of wood. And it's very, very good, y'all. Super mass appealing. Some are even gonna say generic. and much love to Rich Mitch, but I can see Rich Mitch, you know, kind of like turning his nose to this one because again, it's not overly complex. It could be considered a basic bro fragrance, but sometimes you want a basic bro fragrance. Like when you're just wearing a hoodie, you know, just wearing a hoodie and tennis shoes. When you're just in a hoodie and tennis shoes, that's kind of, or not even a hoodie, just like a thermal. That's the perfect type of fragrance. Just you can wear this to work and you're not going to offend anybody. Moderately sweet. Yeah, it's a great fragrance, y'all. Boss Bottled EDP Intense. This is one that almost made the thumbnail. I even created the fragrance, but I was like, I wanted the fragrances in my thumbnail to kind of be facing each other. And I couldn't, obviously, it's hard to do that with the circular fragrance like that. So I didn't go in that direction. And oh, you're in good form today. You're in good form today. Oh well, man, I'm excited. I haven't streamed in a while, so you know what I mean. And it's been a busy day, so you know, I wake up every day at 4:30 in the morning. I go to the gym. I shower at the gym. I shower at the gym more than I shower at my own house. I know that sounds crazy, but I shower. I'm at the gym probably 5 days a week, y'all. Which I mean, I'm kind of a basic bro in terms of how I work out, but I'm in there. I'm doing it. Boss Bottled. So yeah, I was really happy with the way I did a full review on this one. I was really happy with how it came out. Yeah, it's discontinued, and a few of the fragrances that I'm talking about are discontinued. So what else is discontinued? So this one's discontinued, the Baldo Serini Ultimate. That one is discontinued. And I have 1, 2, 3 more fragrances that I'm gonna talk about that are discontinued. So it was like a total of 4 or 5 fragrances, which, listen, a lot of times like the discontinued stuff, I really tend to enjoy, even if like it kind of sold or didn't sell. All right, I'm gonna switch the music up one more time, y'all. I think I have another StreamYard type mix. All right, so I think this one's different. All right, so Boss Bottled EDP Intense. Yeah, you have that cinnamon accord, and I think that's where people are coming up with spiced apple. So it's like a spiced apple, but not like an apple pie. It doesn't smell like a gourmand per se. This is a woody spiced apple dry fragrance. 4.41 out of 5 stars. And if you see the seasons, obviously people seem to think it smells even more like a fall fragrance than a winter fragrance. Came out in 2016. It does have cloves in it, but the cloves aren't overly pronounced, y'all. I would say the cloves are not overly pronounced. If you want a great clove fragrance, I would recommend, Jubilation 25, you can smell the clove in it. But Costume National Homme EDP, that one is very heavy in the clove. So yeah, with Hugo Boss Bottled EDP Intense, long ass name, you're gonna get the green apple. I don't know what makes it green versus regular apple, but you're gonna get that fruity accord with dry spices. Orange blossom, it does kind of lighten the composition, smooths it out, and then sandalwood and cedar, so dry woody fragrance. But I looked up somewhere else. I think when I went to Parfumo, they had like, I think 6 different types of woods that they had said this fragrance had. So yeah, there's definitely more than just that. Let me see if I could look it up on Parfumo real quick. Hey, and you got to protect your search history, right? All right, reject. Oh my God, I never get on this website, save and exit. Okay, let's go to Hugo Boss. How come it's not? Oh, probably because I'm a dumbass and I typed boss twice. Yeah, look at this, y'all. All the woods that it says it has in it. It says it has rosewood, sandalwood, cedarwood, and olive wood. So whoever, I don't remember who said it, but somebody said it smelled like olives. So yeah, very, very good fragrance, y'all. I would definitely recommend this now. Just don't pay, y'all, for a full bottle. Don't pay more than 100, and then you pay a little bit maybe for shipping, but don't pay 150 for this fragrance, y'all. You're gonna pay 150 effectively for any brand new fragrance retail. So maybe, you know what I mean? Hung out with the fam and ate some good food. I don't really care to make a big deal out of my birthday. Just keep it simple. Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. "4 a.m. in the gym. The kids call that being locked in." Yeah, I mean, I like working out, man. It sets the tone for my day. It sets the tone for my day, and I feel like I'm a little bit more of an asshole on the days I don't work out. It just makes me feel better about myself going to the gym. And the area of Austin that I work, from the proximity to my house, if I leave like during rush hour, it can take up to like an hour and a half. I live on the east part of the county, so and portions that I work are way out in the west portion. So sometimes it's better just to find a gym that's closer to the area that I'm gonna be working in. So sometimes it's just a matter of logistics as well. Hey, what's good, bro? Hey, what's good, man? Haven't seen you in a minute, which you're around. So not seeing you in a minute is definitely a me thing, not a you thing. But it's the first time I went live in 4 months. So seeing you pop in, man, is definitely cool. All right, Jared. So I'll just run through what I've talked about so far since you popped in. These are fragrances that I've actually been wearing this fall. I made this one my scent of the night. It's Salvatore Ferragamo spicy leather. And for the record, I'll let you know, Jared, I have come around to Mind Games. I still think they're grossly overpriced. But those decants that you sent me, they've been getting wear. And they're good. And they're good fragrances. So yeah. So the spicy leather, I've been wearing that one. The Baldo Serini Ultimate, I've been wearing that one. Talked about Green Lover from Lolita Limpica. And then I just got done talking about Hugo Boss bottled EDP Intense. I was telling him how it's kind of hot outside in Texas still. So before I went to the barber, I threw this on just so I didn't smell like a stank ass human. That's Bentley Silver Lake, kind of shares some similarities to Essenza. And then somebody was asking about, just a good fragrance in general. And I was recommending them Ombre Sultan. So from Serge Lutens. Oh shit. All right. So yeah. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Yeah, I'm not going to give too many wrenches out just in general, because I don't want people to be censored on my channel. I don't want people to be censored. Again, if you go full retard, then that's on you. But in general, you should be able to say what you want. It's not me. I'm not the hall monitor of FragCom, so it's not my place. And I have a pretty dark sense of humor. So, all right. So what's the next one I want to talk about? It's another discontinued fragrance. I might lose y'all with some of this, but this is a flanker, if that's even what you want to call it, to literally one of my favorite scent profiles of all time. I think it's a fragrance that still works to this day, and it remains to be one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Y'all know YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, which I think it translates to Man of the Night. Well, this one is Blue Electrique. So Blue Electrique, it effectively smells like a stronger version of La Nuit de l'Homme. You'll see the dent there. You'll see the dent there. And I did pick this one up. I picked this one up when, for those of y'all that have been in the community for a while, Macy's did this flash sale where they were selling bottles of this size for way underpriced. So I don't know if they just got a bunch of stock in, or if maybe the demand wasn't as great as they thought it was going to be. But 1 hour ago, and that's what's up. That means people are actually watching the stream. And again, I haven't been on. I'm not expecting 100 people to pop in. You know, it'd be cool if they did, but again, I don't post very often, so I can't imagine the strength of my algorithm is very strong. But that's gonna change, y'all. That's gonna change. I just need to hold on. How do I do this? Let's see. There we go. I wanted the background. And then let me change because I mean, I got ADD, y'all. So let's see if I can switch this up a little bit. Yeah, that works for now. Actually, I don't want that one. Which one do I want? How am I feeling, y'all? How am I feeling? This is the one I want. This is what I want right here. Cool. All right. So Blue Electrique. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single one of y'all have smelled Lana with Delhomme, but it's a lavender fragrance. It's a lavender fragrance at its core, sexy lavender. If you're gonna do panty droppers, like I'm not gonna make it a TED talk, y'all, but you gotta have game. You gotta have a sense of humor. You gotta have some sort of attractability in terms of whether it's your humor, you have like nice hair, or you dress well, or so you have to have something going for you to get pussy. But you know, if you have all that stuff and then you throw on a fragrance like Lana with Delhomme, it can get the job done. I've had countless compliments on my fragrance with Lana with Delhomme, and I've been wearing it for years and years and years. So it's lavender, it's dry cedar, it's going to be some sort of, I think it's geranium. That's going to be the bulk of it. I'm not sure of all of the notes, but I do know lavender and cedar are pretty on brand with the whole L'Homme line. Blue Electrique. And ironically, I've never smelled Eau Electrique. I don't know if it has any similarities to it. Yeah, man. And I've been on my Blue Electriques, because this is one that I reviewed as well. Very early on my channel. Do not watch that one because it was really, really, really cringe, y'all. Because I recorded every video with my AirPods on for some reason, which I had no reason to do that. And then when I would get in front of the camera, like this is how I'd be. Hold on. I'd be like, hold on. Yeah, cardamom as well. I'd be like, what's going on, everybody? It's like, but even like more cringier. It was yeah. And then my intro would be like 5 minutes long. So like I'd have to like leave thumbnails or time markers in there downstream just to like let people get to the review. But yeah, you're right. It's cardamom, cedar. I believe it's lavender. There's not too much. And vetiver, that's another key one. Yeah, but a very, very good fragrance, y'all. Very, very good fragrance. It smells like Lana with Delhomme. Yeah, and I mean, in some ways, it's a little bit sweeter. In some ways, though, I like Lana with Delhomme, the OG, a little bit more. Yeah, so don't watch my review of this one. It's pretty cringe, y'all. It's pretty cringe. All right, so I mean, these are all fragrances for fall, you know, like in terms of fall, I think of, you know, stuff that has a little bit of spice. A lot of these are dry spice, but they're not as overly cloying like really cold weather. And a lot of these, they're not going to cut through the cold in the same way anyways. Nice cardamom. What is y'all's opinion on Lana with Delhomme? Because is it played out in 2025? Is it still wearable? Yeah, I mean, genuinely, I kind of want to know where y'all stand with that one. Have y'all grown past it? Have y'all outgrown Lana with Delhomme? Oh, and there's this new Red Bull. I know it's probably terrible for you. Oh yeah, then that's what I was saying. So in my review that I said don't watch, I put a clip from my Instagram, not the iSMELL one, but the just my own personal one. And I I said back, it was like in 2009, I think, or 2010. I was like, fly as hell in my YSL. So I've been wearing YSL for a very, very, very long time. I used to only have 2 fragrances in my collection. I would wear Lacoste Essential in the spring and summer, and I found it to be unique, which ironically so. I learned I had a propensity towards gravitating towards kind of green fragrances, and that one smelled a little bit different. I remember going to Macy's, and Lacoste Essential at that time was, a fairly new fragrance, and it didn't smell like any of the other fresh fragrances, which makes sense because it has that cassis note, which I guess is like the buds of a black currant plant. And then it had the tomato leaf, so it was very green, but it had some freshness as well. So I did feel like it made me stand out. And then Lana Whit de L'Homme for the fall and winter. I'm sitting next to 6 La Nuits. There you go, man. If it works, it works. That's what I'm saying. I personally love the DNA. So if I was to make like hey, these are the fragrances I'm going to wear for the rest of my life. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if Jared's still here. I think I also mentioned Tabak and I gave a long-winded story behind the lore as to how I got this oversized bottle. But yeah. All right, y'all. So let's keep it moving. Somebody was recommending like a modern fougere. I don't know if this would classify as such, but this is one that did make the thumbnail. I would recommend it for sure. It's a fragrance that, ironically, I don't know if it's a boxer dropper, but women aren't going to necessarily love it. But a lot of men at my job, they low key have asked me before. They're like, "Damn, Mike, you smell like low key good, no homo." I remember the director was like, "Hey, Mike, I'm not gay or anything, man, but you smell really nice." And at that point, they're kind of asking you like, "What are you wearing?" And I don't gatekeep, so this one is an excellent fall fragrance. If you're like, if you're just a guy looking for something that you can wear basically every day for fall, and you want to be able to dress it up and dress it down, wear it at a wide array of occasions, I'm gonna recommend Pacha de Cartier Parfum, y'all. Pacha de Cartier Parfum, pretty situational in how I wear this one. I wear it to work. It is work appropriate, obviously. And I do just wear it pretty much in the fall because it doesn't cut quite the same in the winter. But for fall weather, this one is absolutely great. It doesn't get talked about that much. It used to be kind of hyped, y'all. But Pacha de Cartier Parfum is an excellent fragrance. It smells very woody. Let me get that out the way. It's a very woody fragrance. It has slightly of a booziness to it, but not boozy to the point where you like, if you get pulled over, someone like is going to think that you've been drinking, but it does kind of have a bit of a booziness to it. Those are the 2 main accords that stick out to me. And then there's definitely something resinous and ambery. So there's something sticky about the composition as well. I don't know all the notes, and I didn't have the time to go too in depth, but those are the main things. It smells masculine, like a masculine fougere that a man in his 30s or up would wear. Very woody. It's kind of serious and regal, which a lot of Cartier fragrances, they have like this air of class about it in general. So yeah, balsam fir, liqueur, sandalwood. That's the key note. When I say woody, that's the key note. This is a sandalwood fragrance at its core, y'all. Sandalwood fragrance at its core. And yeah, I do smell a little bit of labdanum. Labdanum can have that leather feel. A lot of times people will use labdanum and they will write it in as leather, such as the new Bleu de Chanel, the exclusive version that is utilizing labdanum to give you the feeling of leather. And I'm going to stop the screen because I think it kind of, let me see here. See, yeah, it kind of glitches the screen if I don't do that. So this is a very good one, y'all. Very, very good one for fall. Pacha de Cartier Parfum. I'll throw this one up in the air as well. And this was not the first one that I had from Cartier. The first fragrance, and this is interesting enough. My wife just said parking sucks. Okay, so the first Cartier that, it won't do that as much as with the M4. So the first Cartier that I ever picked up, so when I started collecting, I was looking for something that, you know, I could wear. And obviously, before you start ODing on a bunch of fragrances, most people are going to gravitate toward something fresh. And so I picked this one up at Neiman. So this was actually one of the first fragrances that I ever picked up. Look at the dent, y'all. There's like this much left in it. So way more of a dent than obviously this one. So some could argue that I wear a Pacha de Cartier Edition Noir Sport even more. And it's fresh. It's like has fruits and freshness, kind of like an Acqua di Gio, salty. It's a great gym fragrance. This is one that I wear to the gym quite often. Pacha de Cartier Edition Noir Sport. Not necessarily a fall fragrance, but nonetheless, and I say all that to say that it's injected with a bit of that class, kind of like most Cartiers are. Labdanum is an amazing floral, gives us spicy, similar to leather. Yeah, it's great off of it. It's in the Chanel Le Lion, which, yeah, I've smelled the Le Lion as well. I have a sample of it as well. I think labdanum is literally one of the main notes in Le Lion, which I will admit I like. I've come to the conclusion that I think I like Dior more than Chanel. I haven't made my mind up on that though. And I've got just a little bit left in my EDP, Bleu de Chanel EDP. And I'm considering whether I'm going to get the Parfum next or not. Hold on, my wife keeps texting me. Okay, yeah, she said parking sucks. All right, so we'll keep it moving, y'all. And again, I appreciate every single one, y'all. I presume the 9 of y'all here, y'all are already subbed. If y'all aren't, then I would certainly appreciate it. It doesn't change anything in terms of me getting paid or not, but I've been sitting around 1.9 for, I don't know, probably the past 6 months, which again, I haven't uploaded in like 3 or 4 months. So it is what it is, but it'd be cool to kind of see the channel at least hit 2,000 after, half a decade. That's what I mean by a dying channel. All right, y'all. So we're going to keep it moving. Hour 27 minutes in here. And we're going to talk about a discontinued fragrance. There are those days in Texas, you'll have those very cool mornings. And it's been, in the high 40s, like up to about 55 in the morning. And this is a good fragrance for that. When you start wanting to reach for iris around that time. And this is one that I didn't wear that much, and I don't wear that much. I have, I don't know, probably about 6 iris fragrances that I would consider as staples in my collection. And this one's extremely hyped, y'all. Y'all probably know exactly which direction I'm going with it. Tonka, leather, and iris. Tonka, leather, and iris. I think y'all know which one I'm talking about. This is Prada L'Homme Intense. Prada L'Homme Intense. Big boy bottle. I'm going to get to the function and they're going to be like, bro, you smell like 16 different fragrances. But yeah, Prada L'Homme Intense. I'm not going to pull up the notes because then it's going to start lagging again. But it's dark tonka. It's powdery, not powdery like Dior does it, obviously. And I'm just going to be repeating certain tropes that people say because I'm brainwashed. But it's like a clean soapy, iris, kind of like a luxury bar of soap, but it's darker, it's more rich, has some tonka bean, so it sticks to your skin a little bit more, and then it has a leather note, kind of gives it a masculine vibe. My wife doesn't like this one, ironically. Every time I wear it, she says I smell like an old man. So this is one that I wear, and like the other day, I was out in the field, meaning I was driving around Austin. And I wore this out of the gym. And I was like, well, I'm not going to see her all day. So this is the type of day where I'm going to go ahead and wear Prada L'Homme. And I ended up calling it early and came home. And this is one that I do overspray because my bottle, at least, it doesn't last too long. It's not a beast mode performer by any stretch. But I got home and she smelt it. She said I smelled like, you know, an old man, which generally means that it's a masculine. It kind of, you know, wears a little bit more masculine, a little bit less mass appealing. Masculine and iris, I don't know if those are two things that people kind of like would say hand in hand, but not mass appealing. I guess that's what I'm saying. Prodalome low, y'all. So yeah, that when it starts getting colder, that's when you're gonna want to start pulling out the iris, which is exactly what I did. And you have other iris fragrances that you could pick. I was seriously considering recommending Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum. Now, that one is a very, very good fragrance as well. That one is a very good fragrance. I would recommend Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum if you want a very well-rounded iris fragrance that you can I find it a little bit more wearable because it has those blue musky woody aspects that you would expect in a blue fragrance, but then it has that iris, and the iris does and will kind of remind you just a little bit of that Dior Homme type iris, very reminiscent. So you kind of get a fusion of two different hey, I appreciate that, David. I appreciate you doing it. Literally the only reason I didn't pull it up is because my stream will start freaking out. So iris, patchouli, amber, roasted tonka bean. I don't know what roasted means. And then sandalwood. For me, again, the main things I smell is the iris, the tonka bean. Oh, is it sandalwood? Is it not leather? I could have swore it was leather in this. Am I tripping? Is there no leather in Prada L'Homme Intense? And again, I didn't even look up the notes. Am I tripping? Oh, yo, I could swear there was leather in this. And again, like, you know, Fragrantica is not, you know, is not, you know, actually like the end all be all. But yeah, Fragrantica says iris, amber, patchouli, tonka, leather, and sandalwood. So there is definitely something reminiscent to leather. Based off what you're saying, I wonder where that's coming from. I wonder if it's the patchouli doing that. So I know a lot of times with leather, they'll put patchouli and labdanum together to kind of give you that leather vibe. Patchouli is one of my wife's favorite notes. So it would be ironic that she doesn't really care for this one. But yeah, is what it is, y'all. Is what it is. See if I've missed any of these comments. Oh, and I'm glad you think so. Circling back to the Lonnie with the L'Homme Spence. Older batches, they are good. Women do love it. And shout out to the mods. And I appreciate y'all. I really do. Like, it goes without saying, I'm not trying to be a kiss ass, but I appreciate it. You know, when I did say that it's going to be kind of a fragrant stream. So y'all, you know, I know there's different sides and tribes and factions, and, you know, everyone got their own opinions about the other person, but it's been pretty copacetic, you know, in the stream tonight, which I can appreciate. I mean, I appreciate a good bit of fodder. But everyone's been pretty cordial. No one's gone full retard. So shit. I mean, I appreciate it. I got that Profumo. Yeah, and I have Profumo. It literally almost made the video. And I wear it, and I have worn it, and I have worn it within the last, you know, few weeks. I've wore Profumo, and I'm getting very Parfumo. Oh, I thought you were talking about Profumo. Profumo is one of the most goated fragrances. And I have a big boy bottle, and it's starting. I used to say things like, yeah, I'm not worried about running out. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I'm starting to worry about running out. Although I do think they have an Acqua di Gio Parfum, and I think it gets you pretty close. So, but you're talking about Parfumo, the website. I got that from I'm I also get the leather vibe from it, so I don't know why they don't list it. Okay, so at least we're on the same quote unquote accord. So yeah, if y'all are here and y'all haven't been here, I'll just run really quick as I get kind of round out the last 3 fragrances. Like I said, I'm only going to be going 2 hours tops, and then I'm literally shoes on the feet. And I don't know if I should wear these or if I should just throw on my boots. I'm not sure yet. So the fragrances I talked about, my scent of the day, I'm going to throw this back on to kind of, you know, outshine everything that kind of got residually on me. Spicy Leather from Ferragamo, Baldo Serini Ultimate, which I absolutely recommend. Listen, George, the Fragrance Apprentice, he had a very good review of it, and I would say the best on YouTube, right up until the point that I made a video. I'll die on that hill, 10 toes down. I have the best review on YouTube of this fragrance. So I don't always upload, but when I do, I come correct. I also think I have one of the better, I don't know if the best, Imaginary Scents has a pretty good review of it, to the point where I kind of stole I stole the way his thumbnail looks. I stole the way his thumbnail looks. If anybody watches my review of this and they see Imaginary Scents video, I literally took the whole shit. I took his whole shit. It's mine now. I was like, all right, that's mine. All right. And then we Pacha de Cartier Parfum, just a masculine, easy to go to fragrance. Lana with the L'Homme panty dropper. My wife said take your time. So shit, I don't know. She maybe shouldn't. Stealing thumbnails is wild, bro. It is wild. It's wild work, bro. It's wild work. I saw it and I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. He don't even post no more. I'm taking. It looks good. Hopefully mine pops up next to his and they click my video instead. I got no love. Lolita Lempica Green Lover. It's an awesome vanilla fragrance. If you're not super into vanilla, although I will say if you're into the uber craft, like super masculine, you know what I mean? If you've never peed sitting down type shit, yeah, then this fragrance might not be for you. I don't know. Did I just admit to peeing down sometimes? All right. So Lolita Lempica Green Lover vanilla fragrance with the gin, nice peppery orange, kind of similar to Imaginary Authors Saint Julique. All right, so I think we'll round it out with the fragrance that I haven't talked about. Did we just become best friends? We just become best friends. Yo, I think this is better than Virtus Vanilla Oud. They smell a little bit similar, at least to my broken nose, but yeah, I'll die on that hill too, man. This is one of the fragrances, David, that actually made me want to start hunting down more amber fragrances. This is a beautiful fragrance, and not beautiful in the sense of like, oh, it makes me feel real dandy. It's not a dandy fragrance. It's just a great amber fragrance, masculine, unique. It's the type of fragrance like you're gonna wear for yourself, and you don't really give a fuck about the compliments. It has staying power when it's cold outside. It cuts through the cold, that's the only. I know you said fall, winter. I would wear this one more in the winter. So it's the one that's kind of reserved. I featured it in my last winter video, and I'll admit I kind of overpaid for this one because it's hyped and it's discontinued. You can't get it too cheap. I would say I probably paid around $150 plus shipping. Jared figured out why I couldn't see you, Spence. Apparently I tapped the comments icon next to the chat points. Gotcha. Cool. All right, so let's round it off. We're going to talk about a mass appealing fragrance, whereas Noir Ombre is not mass appealing. This one is, and it is a discontinued fragrance, and it is one that does get a bit of hype. Mind you, from this line, it's going to be one of the more popular fragrance houses, and it's the only fragrance I have from them. I don't have anything else from them that I can think of. And this one it made the thumbnail. It's Paco Rabanne 1 million Privé. Look at that juice, bro. And so you see, this is one that I wore. You're not going to find this fragrance cheap. You're not going to find this fragrance cheap, y'all. And it's a tobacco fragrance at its core. I don't have Lucky. I don't have the original OG. I don't have any of the new Rabannes. I don't wear Phantom. Yeah, I don't wear too many of Paco Rabanne's fragrances. Although I do like Lucky, but man, this one just hits differently. The atomizers, at least on mine, is kind of ass though, because when I spray it, it feels just like a glob hits you. Oh, I thought this, man, I keep tripping, y'all. Let me see. I got one called Feeding the Ducks. I don't even know how this, is this like I think this might be a generated song from, what the fuck? This actually might be just stuff that YouTube just puts in there. Oh, this is a good one. This is something I've uploaded. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the atomizer. I wore this one recently. I wore it to a party. I was going to a coworker's party for, I believe it was Halloween. It's sweet, mass appealing, like 1 million would be. But it's got that wet tobacco. But it's very good, y'all. It's mass appealing. So, you know, the niche snobs and the people that are, you know, have very, you know, finely tuned noses, they might not like it, but maybe they appreciate it. Maybe they appreciate it. But this one's very good, y'all. 1 million Privé. 1 million Privé. 1 million Privé, y'all. 1 million Privé. So let's look up the notes real quick. And if David, if you want to pull up the notes again for me, that shit, I'm not gonna be opposed. Yeah, it's discontinued, AM. It's discontinued. I presume you smelt it, right? I mean, you got a better nose. I mean, I would say you got a more refined taste in fragrance than myself. Although I think we share a common bond with Adolfo Dominguez. I do like some of his fragrances. I like that Adolfo Dominguez. The few fragrances that I've smelt from him, and I only have 2. They just smell very like natural. They smell like natural. They're not the longest lasting, but they just smell like of a very good high quality. So yeah, warm, spicy, cinnamon, tobacco, mass appealing, ambery, balsamic. Those are all the type of things that you're gonna get. And what I like about Spence's taste in fragrances is he'll rock some $400, $500 fragrance, and then the next day he's wearing like a $30 cologne. So like he's not one way or the other, which is cool, you know, because most people, once they start wearing, you know, the real expensive stuff, they tend to, you know, once they go to the dark side, you know, I guess, yeah, that you never go back is what they say, right? So cinnamon, blood mandarin, tobacco, myrrh, tonka bean. So it's the myrrh that I'm tend to drawn to. So that's kind of like the reoccurring theme that you see with my fragrances. And once you find a note that you like, for example, this one had a myrrh note in it. This one has a myrrh note in it. This one has a resinous olibanum, which can kind of share a similar thing. This one has a resinous quality to it. Ambre Sultan it's not necessarily resinous in the traditional sense, but it's very good, y'all. It has like, kind of smells like a cabinet of spices. When you open up your cabinet and you smell that spice rack, that's kind of what you get with this one. So you kind of have to get past that. For those of y'all that it's hard to accept that, but it's something that you know, you can embrace because it smells good. And it turns out it's one of the better portions of the fragrance. And I found myself wanting to respray Ombre Sultan so I could get that herbal facet. Grown and sexy. Which one you talking about, fam? You talking about the Ombre Sultan? You talking about the Ombre Sultan? Why did I say it like that? Ombre Sultan. All right. So, shit, I think all things considered, I'm nice. Have a couple people pop in and just shoot the shit for a while, but I mean, it is what it is. I miss trying Privé, but the tobacco and myrrh, and it looks interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's mass appealing. So I mean, it's a Paco Rabanne fragrance, so we're not like, you know, we're not looking. It's not an initio fragrance, you know. It's not a Clive Christian fragrance. Which, speaking about Clive Christian, like I said, I've been on my amber kick, and I keep hearing that blonde amber is one of the better amber fragrances that you can get at any price point. The Clive Christian being at an extravagantly high price point. But I heard, is it French Avenue? They have a clone out that just recently came out, but I refuse to, and I could reach out to D4G, Destined for Greatness. That really is the homie. And I knew he was a kindred spirit because I reached out to him and I was like, holy shit, bro. Like, me and him, turns out I don't know how I figured this out, but him and I grew up in the same town. We went to the same high school, which is like small world. I don't know what happened. I think his Facebook, which I don't know how it got pushed to me. And so when I clicked it, we had shared like several people that we knew. And I was like, holy shit. So I reached out to my sister. I was like, did you know him? Because I think they graduated around the same time. And I reached out to him and turns out, yeah, we went to the same school. Oh, my mic went out? Oh, damn. My mic went out, bro. Blonde Amber is good. Almost bought it. Yeah, and if my microphone goes out, y'all let me know, y'all, because there's nothing worse than when you're watching a stream and you see somebody talking and there's no audio. There's nothing that makes me want, honestly, I'll click off. I don't have the attention span for it. So yeah, if my mic goes out or if something's wrong ever on a stream, y'all tell me, y'all, for real. Blonde Amber's good. Almost bought it, but expensive, and my wife wanted to wear it. So yeah, French Avenue apparently has a clone, but I refuse to smell the clone before I smell the original. So I have a Neiman, and I guess that's one of the good things. That's one of the good things about living, in Austin is I have, a Chanel flagship. I have a, Sunset Riot flagship. There's a Neiman flagship. There's a Prada flagship, a Louis Vuitton flagship. So I have every opportunity to smell these fragrances. I don't have to buy decants, so I can go in there and kind of smell what I want. And if I enjoy it enough, then I can get a decant. And if I enjoy the decant enough, then I can buy the fragrance. So it really helps to kind of slim down the blind buys. But yeah, I do want to try Blonde Amber. I know you're about to shut it down. I want to make sure I had a great time on the live with you in the chat, like old times. Enjoy your night and your beautiful family, man. I really do appreciate it, Spence, man. It's always a pleasure. And honestly, man, again, it's like really fuck you, like to anybody like that tells me I should watch this person, I shouldn't watch this person, bro. I'm married to my wife, man. That's where my loyalty's lie. I'm a good friend. You don't see me, and none of y'all can say that I've reached out one-on-one and I just was like roasting and talking shit about someone. It's not my style. There's nothing that I'll say to somebody that I would not say to their face one-on-one straight to them. So it is what it is, y'all. So I appreciate people, from both sides, any side coming over here, because I mean, man, it's just live streams, y'all. Come on now. All right. So we got about 10 more minutes. I have one fragrance, and this last one's not a game-changing fragrance by any stretch, y'all. It is one of the first fragrances that I had on my shelf when my shelf started to grow. Before I started to have to buy more shelves, this was one of the first ones. I think I did a full review of it early on, so I'm gonna say don't watch it because it's pretty cringe. But yeah, very great fragrance, y'all, and y'all might know what it is as soon as I say it. If you've smelt YSL Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo, if you smelt YSL Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo, I'm sure again the niche snobs are gonna say, "Oh, it doesn't smell anything." I get it, y'all. I get it. But I've smelt both, and I think even in my review, I bought both so I could compare the two. Yeah, that's what it was. I bought Tuxedo, I bought Sammy Andrea's Brown Sapphire, and then I bought Rojas Mustache EDP, y'all. Great fragrance. Great fragrance, y'all. Great fragrance. Especially for the price point, y'all. You can get this thing for like $25. The bottle's heavy. The presentation looks nice. It's going to look good on your shelf. The cap is metal. You can hold it. Oh, I guess you can't hold it from the cap. So, I mean, it is what it is. The atomizer's decent. And it smells great, y'all. And it smells great. It smells very, very good, y'all. Again, it's going to kind of share some similarities to Tuxedo. So it's a fragrance you could dress up if you wanted to. I wore this one to a wedding. And it worked well for me. Cold weather. I mean, it has some orange notes. You could technically pull this one off all year, but I think it would wear the best when it's a little cold. Classic clip. Love this. Oh, somebody sent me a text saying they like my Michael Bisping thing in the beginning. Yeah. So, yeah, Dave, if you want to post the notes before I post them, but yeah, Mustache is a very solid fragrance. You're only gonna spend like $30, y'all. And you know, people, when I first started doing fragrance videos, you know, when you post cheapies were like $25-$30. You could get something, you know, bought and shipped to your house for $35. That's not the case anymore, y'all. Like cheapies to me now, they kind of range anything, you know, $65 and less. That's in my eyes kind of a cheapie now. Like most fragrances are, the cheaper ones are going to be about $45 plus shipping. So the fact that you can get this one on Joma Shop for $25, it's an absolute steal. It's an amber fragrance. Oh, I didn't know that one. I liked when you said Brian in the shower. Yeah, you know, you gotta get clipped, bro. I mean, one of these days, I've only been on Oda Jerks one time, and that was during the, you know, the stream wars. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep that comment up for a minute. 16 people, holy shit, I wasn't even looking at the number. And I need to chop it up with Brian. I have his number. There's a few people I have his number, and I'm not going to talk shit to Brian. I guess, you know, loyalty is kind of like in the matter of perspective and in the eye of the beholder. But there was a point in time where I didn't have any subs, and, you know, he was shouting out my channel, and I still am a nobody by every stretch. As long as you say pause. As long as you say pause, it's not gay, y'all. You can say I was thinking about another man in the shower. Pause. No Diddy. Like Diddy destroyed oil. Like when I go to the gym, like, you know, you get out of the shower, you don't want ashy elbows, but sometimes I don't like the way lotion feels. So I always feel like, all right, let me just kind of like go over in this corner and put my oil on. Hidden Gems like, what the fuck did I just walk into, bro? Hey man, I'm married, man. Like I don't care. All right, on this one, Bulgarian Rose, and I'm not the biggest fan of rose, but you do pick up a little rose in this one. The main note that you're gonna pick up on it is benzoin. Benzoin, which is, I think, just a fancy way of saying vanilla, maybe. I mean, I'm not a chemist. I could be wrong. Hey, I appreciate you. You really coming through on this stream, David. I appreciate you. And like I said, once I get the new MacBook, I'll be able to open up all these windows and it'll be super streamlined. Yeah, until then, you know, the candles, the ambiance, and it'll have to do. I have a blue microphone and a ring light. So I mean, what more do you want from me? So yeah, Rojas mustache. The main notes that I'm picking up on this one is going to be, you get the mandarin orange up top, and you do pick up a little bit of it, but it's not done in the traditional sense like a summer fragrance. For me, it's the benzoin, the rose, pink pepper, with a tinge of mandarin orange. And patchouli is one of those notes I really don't pick up too heavy in, at least in men's fragrances. But if you want a good base point as to what patchouli smells like, at least to me, in terms of a designer patchouli, Coco Mademoiselle. To me, that's like, I can smell patchouli in that. It kind of keys off. Also, Black Orchid. When I think about patchouli, those are the two fragrances I generally think about. But yeah, I'll run through all 10 of them again real quick, y'all. A little something at the very end for y'all. But yeah, like I said, it was like 80 degrees in Texas today. Got done washing the car, and then I went to the barber. I did not take a shower after I left or after I got done washing the car. So I just wanted something fresh. So I just threw on Bentley Silver Lake. It's a dumb reach, easy go-to fragrance, basic bro type fragrance. It's like Acqua di Gio Essenza effectively. It does the same thing as like a Perry Ellis 360 Red, which is if I was to ever do a gym fragrance video again, Perry Ellis 360 Red, it literally stays in my gym bag. Yeah, man, Karen, were you in here the whole time? You popping in and out? I presume you popping in and out. When anyone says patchouli, I think of Angel, and I like Mugler fragrances. My wife doesn't like it. Oh yeah, we can be friends. We can be friends. I concur. Absolute is good. Absolute is good. Dry cedar, masculine, pencil shavings. Like you just walked your ass into Home Depot. Man, this is a good one. This is a good fall fragrance, y'all, but it's not necessarily like a staple that I'm wearing all the time. It's more of like if I was to do like a budget-friendly, masculine fall fragrance video, there's no doubt that this one would be on there. You know Angel Gomez? Hell yeah, I knew you was down with the brown. All right, yeah. So let me just run through these fragrances and then I got a dip. But yeah, all of them again, spicy leather. It's not super leathery. It's more spice than leather, but the name is exactly as it implies. It's a spicy leather fragrance, dry spice, nutmeg, black pepper, saffron, a little bit of orange. Very good fragrance. It's not like ombre leather, a little bit like Tuscan leather. You get just a slight impression of like Dior Sauvage. It kind of gives you that designery feel. Very good one. That was the first one I was talking about. And you'll see some of the stuff I recommend is not necessarily, it's masculine, but wearable. And it's something that when I wear, I feel like it's a little bit unique. I'm not wearing what everyone else is wearing. Baldo Serini Ultimate, Imagine Terre de Hermes, and Creed Viking, hybrid of them both. You have Pacha de Cartier Parfum. It's like a modern fougere, liqueur, Umbrino side, so Ambroxan, sandalwood, a little bit of benzoin type filling. Hugo Boss bottled EDP Intense, spice, cinnamon, apple, very woody. Someone mentioned olives. And so at this point, I concur because Profumo or Parfumo, whatever you want to call it, said olive wood. So that the comparison makes sense. Spiced apple fragrance. I have a full review on this one. Best one on YouTube. Stole the thumbnail from Imaginary Scents. My video is better, and I'll down that hill. All right. And then we have something else that's mass appealing, y'all. Something else that's mass appealing. We have 1 million Lucky, not Lucky, 1 million Privé. Privé. It's a tobacco myrrh fragrance. We have George, who sent me the big boy bottle. We paid for the regular size, but you know, he's a Jim. He sent the big boy bottle, so I'll be getting a shit ton of wear out of this one. One of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection, regardless of price point or season, hands down. I'm not gassing for the sake of gassing. Like, tobacco is an excellent fragrance, y'all. La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. It's hard to get. Don't buy this one, but yeah, do yourself a favor and get La Nuit. You know, get La Nuit. Just get it. It's lavender, cedar, a little bit of ginger and citrus up top, and then dry spice, earthy woods, which is coming by the way of dry vetiver and dry cedar. Prada L'Homme Intense, discontinued, not that hard to find, y'all. Tonka, leather, and iris. And then what else did I show? And then you have Rojas mustache. So all in all, I think that's about everything, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all checking in. We have hit the 2-hour mark. So I'm going to dip and go watch my stepdaughter do her dance, do her thing. And I'm going to live life. Y'all touch grass, y'all. Y'all touch grass. Get the fuck off of Oda Jerks. Y'all stop letting people trigger you so quick. And don't let no one make you feel guilty if you want to watch this side or watch that side. Just know inside those people, you know, that are telling you all that, you know, they're, bro, come on. It's the internet, y'all. It's the internet. The second I hit in stream, other than maybe, you know, checking back in with y'all downstream, I don't think about this shit. I don't think about it, y'all. Don't lose sleep over it. Don't lose sleep over it. It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Facts. Tell him, Mikey. Oh, and it was the EDP. The EDT is the older one. That's the one that kind of bears some similarities to what is it from Dior Eau Sauvage. But yeah, the EDP is the one that I'm talking about. Mustache EDP, excellent fragrance. Well said. I know if I say so myself. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy y'all's night. Y'all have seen enough of my boyishly good looks. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get to it. Y'all have a great night. Don't leave yet. Or leave. I don't care.
You answered my question with a non-answer. iSMELL, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Dan. Treats us like things to be used. Not
I
people.
agree with Mikey from iSMELL. What a garbage person you are, Dan. You know, and look how happy it makes you.
I'm just not going to even respond to the question. I'm just going to say thank you for the super chat. So you kind of thus proving his point. Thank you. If anyone else wants to just give me gratuitous super chats like that, we love you, iSMELL. You're great. I've always said you're a great guy.
I like Mikey. I don't know what your problem is, Norton.